All right? You refuse to step in and police your own league, and we're watching a social experiment taking place right now on Caitlin Clark. Now, I understand there's physicality in basketball. I've watched it, the 90s. Before that, I mean, the Jordan Bad Boy Pistons, they beat the crap out of Jordan. They did. But in the case that we're seeing with Caitlin Clark, I think this is different. Yeah, I don't.
The discussion centers around Caitlin Clark and the possibility of federal authorities examining a toxic workplace situation due to actions by the league and certain players toward Clark. While government interference in sports typically raises concerns, this scenario presents unique circumstances involving a professional organization that appears to lack proper management. League commissioners Adam Silver and Kathy Engelbert have become ineffective leaders who refuse to regulate their own sport. What's occurring with Caitlin Clark resembles a social experiment rather than normal competition. Basketball has always included physical contacts. The 1990s saw Detroit's Bad Boys repeatedly targeting Michael Jordan with aggressive tactics. However, Clark's situation differs significantly.
As much as I don't like the eye gouge from Dejanay Carrington or Caitlin Clark goes to the rim, Angel Reese goes up to block it, and she ends up clotheslining Caitlin Clark. I don't like that either. But it's while the play of basketball is going on. All right? There's an obvious, at least you can argue, okay, Dejanay's trying to block the ball or get the ball.
While questionable incidents like Dejanay Carrington's eye contact or Angel Reese's hard foul during attempted blocks occur during active play, they can at least be defended as basketball-related actions, despite appearing intentional and dirty. 3 specific incidents cannot be justified as legitimate basketball plays. Chennedy Carter initiated the pattern by deliberately body-checking Clark while she waited for an inbound pass away from the action, calling her a derogatory name during the collision. This behavior has no connection to basketball gameplay whatsoever. Diamond DeShields delivered a devastating hit reminiscent of NFL safeties like Ed Reed, Steve Atwater, Ronnie Lott, or Sean Taylor, brutal defensive backs known for punishing hits. The collision was pure football-style contact with zero basketball context. Marina Mabrey's incident earlier in the season involved no basketball activity at all.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't like it, and I think there were ulterior motives to it, and I think it was dirty. But I can understand somebody trying to argue in the other direction. But there are 3 main situations that I don't think a person can argue. Kennedy Carter, the one that started it all. Kennedy Carter's slam into the side of Caitlin Clark while you have the ball over here.
The footage clearly shows Clark being struck when no game action was occurring. Additionally, Tina Charles threw a punch directly into Clark's back, though this incident received less attention amid other controversies. These examples justify potential government scrutiny for several reasons. Millions of dollars are involved through various channels, including gambling markets. More importantly, countless fans have invested significant money traveling to watch Clark play, while the WNBA has marketed her appearances extensively, relocating venues and promoting games around her presence. When Clark cannot participate effectively because of deliberate physical targeting, it creates serious business complications beyond just sports ethics.
Being waited to be inbounced. She called her a bitch and slammed into the side of her. There's no world where you can act like that is a basketball play or is part of basketball. How about Diamond DeShields? I mean, literally for you old heads out there, Diamond DeShields is going to slam into Caitlin Clark like Diamond DeShields is playing the role of Ed Reed, Steve Atwater, Ronnie Lott.
Stephen A. Smith entered this debate suggesting federal intervention could occur under the Trump administration regarding Clark's courtside treatment. Despite typical resistance to government sports involvement, antitrust considerations, and various governmental benefits provided to professional leagues create precedent for such action. A Wall Street Journal editorial discussing Clark's civil rights violations has gained significant traction. Smith amplified these concerns on his podcast, potentially escalating the situation further. Senator Jim Banks from Indiana previously called for WNBA investigation following initial incidents.
Sean Taylor, some of the great hard hitters in the NFL. Watch this. Boom! That's not a basketball play. That's not a basketball play. Okay? I don't care who you are. You can't convince me that's a basketball play. Marina Mabry, earlier this year, right there. There is no basketball being played.
Yeah, it looked like Caitlin got hit.
There is no basketball being played there.
As an Indiana representative, Banks understands the substantial economic impact Clark generates for his state, requiring her ability to compete safely. Smith expressed support for potential federal examination, stating authorities would have legitimate grounds for legal action, though victory isn't guaranteed. He suggested Trump might utilize such investigation to strengthen political support among his base, a strategically sound assessment. Smith questioned whether Trump would remain silent if Clark continues experiencing obvious physical abuse exceeding normal basketball contact. Trump's confrontational nature makes intervention likely under such circumstances.
I'm sorry, that's bleeping assault. That's what that is. All right? By the way, Tina Charles puts a fist right there, right into Caitlin's back. That got lost in all this. That's the three big examples of why, yeah, I could understand the government wanting to at least take a look. And I'm going to tell you why.
Smith compared potential WNBA action to recent federal settlements with Columbia University totaling $221 million over alleged civil rights violations against Jewish students and staff. If Trump's administration can secure such settlements regarding campus issues, similar action against the WNBA's Clark treatment becomes plausible. Sophie Cunningham provided insider perspective, revealing Phoenix Mercury locker room discussions about targeting Clark specifically. Now playing alongside Clark, Cunningham recognizes the excessive nature of this treatment and advocates for its cessation. Questions arise about Indiana Fever teammates failing to protect Clark through retaliatory enforcement.
There's millions of dollars at stake here and changing hands. You've got gambling and the one thing we're not talking about, the millions upon millions of dollars that's been spent on Caitlin Clark by people that have traveled to try to see her play. By the WNBA, they have advertised her being in these games, this, that, and the other. They've moved arenas and all this. And then Caitlin Clark can't play. She's
Early intervention might have prevented escalation, but teammates remained passive throughout these incidents. This situation involves civil rights and hostile workplace elements extending beyond simple sports rivalry. Historical precedent exists with
not able to get on the court because she's had the crap kicked out of her. That's a problem. It's a business problem. So Stephen A. Smith jumped right into the middle of this yesterday. And he's suggesting the federal government could get involved here. Trump could get involved over the treatment of Caitlin Clark on the court.
This creates legitimate civil rights concerns requiring attention, while numerous questionable incidents occurred during actual gameplay, making them difficult to prosecute despite appearing premeditated. The three highlighted examples involved no basketball context whatsoever. The D. Shields collision occurred while both players ran down court, with Clark not possessing the ball, resulting in a blindside attack with no game-related justification. Given millions of dollars flowing through fan spending and related economic activity, the WNBA's apparent inability or unwillingness to self-regulate creates problems requiring external intervention. The league's reluctance to act stems from fear of social and political backlash within their own organization.
So that is DeWanna Bonner after the game, bro. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Like, I ain't gonna bash on her too hard. Yeah, dog. Now we got to talk about Kelsey Mitchell, man. This has just popped up. Kelsey Mitchell had a negative 39 tonight. So for all the people saying that this is Kelsey Mitchell team and Kelsey Mitchell,
Trump likely wouldn't hesitate to address such concerns, as his administration would focus on ensuring fair treatment regardless of internal league politics. The fundamental request involves providing equal playing conditions for all athletes, which Clark currently lacks. This situation has elevated beyond typical sports controversy into potential federal territory, with economic, legal, and civil rights implications that may require governmental oversight to resolve properly. DeWanna Bonner addressed reporters following today's contest. Previously, when the team faced off against her former squad, she chose not to speak with journalists and received a penalty for that decision.
That this is Kelsey Mitchell team, and Kelsey Mitchell the best player on the team, and all these different things. How the hell did she get a negative 39 tonight? Let me know. If this is her team, she the best player, how the hell do you get a negative 39 tonight? I would like to know. Because I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat would like to know.
During tonight's media session, she shared her thoughts. Bonner explained that she needed personal time to consider whether she wanted to continue playing professionally. Her children played a significant role in her decision-making process, as they helped her remember the joy in the sport without understanding the complexities happening away from the court. Their presence brought back the fun element of basketball. Regarding her return to Phoenix, Bonner mentioned that even without Alyssa Thomas being present, she would still have come back.
In the chat would like to know. So her go to stat patting Alyssa Thomas, speaking about her triple-double that was stat padded, complete stat padded.
First player in WNBA history to record 3 consecutive triple-doubles. What does that mean to you?
Just a huge honor. A lot of credit to my teammates. They helped me get this one tonight.
The supporters remained unchanged despite all the other transformations that had occurred. She admitted to initially heading in the wrong direction toward the locker room, showing how much had shifted. However, the fan support, affection, and atmosphere remained consistent. She acknowledged going through a difficult period during that previous encounter. Following the game discussion, attention turned to Kelsey Mitchell's performance.
They helped me get this one tonight. But to be first ever, I mean, not a lot of people can say that about any girl.
Do you ever reflect on your career and think like, wow, I'm really building a legacy, or is this just something that's clockwork to you at this point?
Not something I'm thinking about. I just go out there and play my game.
Just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous, guys. Smash that like button, man. Jenny, who is Jenny? Where's Jenny at?
Mitchell recorded a -39 rating during the contest, raising questions about her role as the team's primary player. Critics wondered how someone considered the team's leader could produce such poor numbers. Alyssa Thomas discussed her historic achievement of becoming the first WNBA player to record 3 straight triple-doubles. She credited her teammates for helping her reach this milestone and expressed honor at being the first to accomplish this feat. When asked about reflecting on her career legacy, Thomas indicated she doesn't focus on such thoughts and simply concentrates on playing her natural game.
Smash that like button, man. Jenny, who is Jenny? Where's Jenny at? Jenny said, how did she get the shiner? She got hit at the... Oh, so she got hit at the Sparks game. Oh, so she been had the black eye. I didn't know that. Somebody said, do you think that Caitlin will leave the Fever? Caitlin's under a rookie contract. The way people was able to just get out of contracts with the league, I wouldn't put nothing past it. I'm still advocate about that civil rights lawsuit coming.
Discussion arose about various player situations, including speculation about Caitlin Clark potentially leaving the Fever organization. Given recent contract departures throughout the league, such possibilities couldn't be dismissed entirely. There were also mentions of potential legal action regarding civil rights matters, with sources suggesting serious developments might emerge. The post-game media sessions appeared notably brief compared to previous occasions. Questions arose whether teams were simply less willing to engage with reporters, or if other factors were influencing the shortened time frames.
Just like I stated at the beginning part of the live, I believe it's coming. I ain't lying. From what I've been hearing behind the scenes, it's for real. It's definitely coming. I don't know, guys. but I'm a little frustrated with this game. What you say about the fan base? Getting their joy back. So
During her interview, a player expressed satisfaction with her current team situation compared to her previous organization. When asked about returning to face her former team, she stated feeling much happier in Indiana despite having positive experiences with her previous club. She enjoyed seeing familiar faces and playing before the fans, but emphasized her contentment with her current situation. Regarding an ankle injury sustained during the second quarter, the player confirmed feeling fine after returning to action. She noted that the team had experience dealing with injury adversity from earlier in the season and expressed confidence in overcoming this latest challenge.
back. So Dewana Bonner talked about being booed. Hold on, let's see. So she was like crying. You was crying because you got booed? No.
First of all, my kids. Like I took a little
Oh,
bit of
no.
time to myself.
Oh no, we already watched it. We already watched it. My bad, y'all. The Caitlin salad. Oh man. I'm just lost for words, guys. It is late.
Sydney Colson's first quarter injury became a significant concern. The player acknowledged that witnessing teammate injuries affects everyone emotionally, noting the high number of serious injuries throughout the league this season. She emphasized Colson's importance as the team's emotional center while maintaining optimism about both her recovery and the team's ability to persevere. When questioned about considering quitting basketball during younger years, the response highlighted the natural doubts and confidence issues young athletes face. The key message emphasized that failure is universal and necessary for growth.
The Caitlin salad. Oh man. I'm just lost for words, guys. It is late. I appreciate you guys walking out. Scott Agnes has the post-game conference uploaded. Sophie's talking right now. He do? Let's see here. All right, I'll watch some of this with y'all. So Scott Agnes, let me see here. I'll watch some of this with y'all, man. Oh, actually, the Indiana Fever just posted. So let's see. Bro, is it me or has the post-game press conference?
Without attempting difficult things or experiencing setbacks, athletes aren't pushing themselves adequately. Success comes through consistent effort, hard work, and persistence. Even when progress appears messy, daily commitment and showing up consistently eventually lead to positive outcomes. Phoenix's dominant performance was attributed to Indiana's defensive breakdowns early in the game, allowing easy scoring opportunities near the basket. Second chance points proved crucial for Phoenix, highlighting rebounding deficiencies that needed addressing through film study and preparation.